Picture this, you wake up one morning, stumble to the kitchen and try to turn on your Wi-Fi. But there's a problem. It's not just your router, the internet is down, everywhere, globally. What was first an inconvenience quickly becomes a nightmare. Welcome to a world without cat videos, instant news, and the ability to Google how to make toast. Remember trying to find a phone number before smartphones? Yeah, it's like that, but on a much larger scale. No more emails, no more Zoom calls, no more desperately trying to remember what life was like before we all became addicted to our devices. This isn't some dystopian sci-fi movie, folks. This is a real possibility. A massive solar flare, a cyber attack, or even a good old-fashioned technological meltdown could plunge us into digital darkness, and believe me, it wouldn't be pretty. Remember the days of actually calling people on the phone? Get ready for their triumphant return. With email, messaging apps, and social media out of the picture, we'd be thrown back to the dark ages of communication. Rotary phones and fax machines, anyone? Businesses would struggle to function, deals would stall, meetings would be missed, and productivity would plummet. Imagine trying to explain a complex project to someone without the aid of a PowerPoint presentation or a quick Google search. Personal relationships wouldn't fare much better. How would you stalk your ex on social media? How would you share embarrassing baby pictures with your family? How would you even know what your friends are up to without constantly checking their Instagram stories?
Remember the good old days of paper money? Well, dust off those wallets because cash is king again. Without the internet, electronic transactions would grind to a halt. ATMs would become useless metal boxes and online banking would be a distant memory. Businesses that rely on online sales would be hit hardest. Imagine Amazon trying to fulfill orders with carrier pigeons and smoke signals. It's enough to make Jeff Bezos cry himself to sleep on a bed of his remaining billions. The stock market, too, would be in freefall. Without the internet to facilitate trades, investors would be left in the dark, unsure of what to buy, sell, or do with their money. It would be chaos, pure and simple.
Section 4. Stumbling in the digital dark ages. Remember libraries? Those dusty old buildings filled with books.
Get ready to reacquaint yourselves, because they become our primary source of information. No more Wikipedia rabbit holes, no more endless scrolling through Google Scholar. Students would be hit particularly hard. Remote learning would be impossible, and even traditional classroom learning would be severely hampered.
Imagine trying to write a research paper without access to online databases or even a simple spell check. And don't even get me started on the impact on scientific research. Collaborations would grind to a halt, data sharing would become a logistical nightmare, and the pace of discovery would slow to a crawl. Section 5. The domino effect. From ATMs to airplanes. Remember that time you couldn't use your credit card because the internet was down? Now imagine that on a global scale. Without the internet, our entire financial system would be paralyzed. Credit card transactions would be impossible, ATMs would be useless, and banks would struggle to operate.
But it's not just about money. Modern transportation systems rely heavily on the internet too. Air traffic control, GPS navigation, even traffic lights. All of these could be affected by an internet outage. Imagine airplanes grounded, ships stranded at sea, and delivery trucks unable to find their destinations. It would be like a scene out of a disaster movie, only this time the disaster is our own technological dependence.
So there you have it, a glimpse into the not-so-distant future where the internet is no more. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? We've become so reliant on this invisible network that we often take it for granted. But as we've seen, a world without the internet would be a very different place. It would be a world where communication is slow and unreliable, where businesses struggle to operate, and where our access to information is severely limited. It would be a world where we're forced to confront our dependence on technology and rediscover the lost art of face-to-face interaction. So the next time you find yourself complaining about slow internet speeds or a dropped Wi-Fi connection, just remember, it could be a lot worse. You could be living in a world without the internet at all. And that, my friends, is a truly terrifying thought.